In the early 1980s, somewhere in Missouri, members of the Muslim Brotherhood gathered to hear a lecture. The speaker was Zaid Naiman, and his topic was the history and development of the Ikhwan, the Muslim Brotherhood, in America. Naiman was in a position to know. He was, at the time, the chief guide of the Muslim Brotherhood's executive office in North America. Naiman's speech ranged on topics from the early formation of the Muslim Students Association to the Brotherhood's history of establishing Islamic centers throughout the country. Naiman also talked about how annual conventions of the Muslim Brotherhood were organized and how the Brothers' first front organizations were established. Naiman even discussed how the Muslim Brothers were training with firearms and were prepared to conduct special work, the preferred Muslim Brotherhood euphemism for terrorism, since the group's founding in Egypt in the 1920s. Naiman also discusses the early struggles of the Brotherhood, including limited manpower and fighting among brothers from various countries overseas, as well as how these difficulties were overcome in order to form a coherent U.S. Muslim Brotherhood organization. Were it not that an audio tape of Naiman's lecture was discovered when the FBI executed a search warrant on the home of a U.S. Muslim Brotherhood member and Hamas supporter, this oral history of the Muslim Brotherhood may never have seen the light of day. Because Naiman's speech was never intended for non-Brotherhood ears, his words carry an authoritative weight when looking at how the brothers viewed themselves and their mission in the United States during this period. Taking place in the early 1980s, Naiman's speech foreshadowed by almost a decade the issues mentioned in the Brotherhood document known as the Explanatory Memorandum. It is the goal of the Center for Security Policy's archival series to provide context and a deeper understanding of the nature of the Muslim Brotherhood by publishing original source documents along with expert evaluations of their ideological, historical, and/or organizational significance, so that our countrymen and women and their elected representatives have the knowledge necessary to make informed decisions about the threats facing our country. It is in this spirit that we are pleased to offer you the second in the archival series, Ikhwan in America, an oral history of the Muslim Brotherhood in their own words.